Alright, this is the finals for the deck challenge against Gpxxtreme. He has got me 2 games to 1 currently, so I have to win 2 games in a row to win, and he only needs to win 1. And the game is sent. Now we get to enjoy however that goes. I'm just going to watch for this to disappear because there are too many games in my display. Let me make sure the Twitch stream says it's running. Have it muted, need to pull it back up. It's on a little bit of a delay, so I think it's been about that amount of time. Should be able to see it now, or nearly now. Maybe. Before I play my first game, I will... Oh, there we go. It's definitely running. Cool. All is well. GP can accept when ready. Yeah, he absolutely knew which set I was going to pick because it's the one that I think I have the strongest advantage in relative to him. Alright. I've got the 4 split to work with and some very shiny things in the center here. The very first thing I'm going to do is take my Empower to get rid of a Militia because I don't want that with only an 8 cost monster on the board. Then I'm going to pick up a Piercing Eye. I really like the constructs in this set. I'm going to pick up a Heavy Infantry because he's going to get the Thunder Templar almost completely. That's like the straight up get your Empower. He didn't empower a Militia, so either he didn't have one or... Yep, he didn't have one. He's got all Apprentices, so he's going to have a 3 split on this turn. He can't get a Spire or an Insight or anything like that. I'm just going to take one of the obvious 3 options and hope I get a Heavy and a Militia and the Piercing Eye together. That would be ideal. The game, oh, Piercing. Processing Hub, that's a good card to pick up. I didn't want him to have that. But with his 3-2 split, that's what he's going to get. I really don't think he'd go for an Iron Elemental at this stage. They're useful for their Empower bonus, but the constructs in Gift are super powerful if you can set off their effects. The Spire as a first buy, needing 4 of them is not going to be easy to set off, but only needing 3 completely reasonable. And the 2 cost one is excellent. That wins more games than just about anything else. Well, I did not get my 3 for the BAM tribe, but I can pick up this construct to have more power and to benefit from banishing, or I can get the Spire away from him so he's less likely to get his Mechanic constructs. The whole game might hinge on this decision. He's got instant kill, so the Oblivion Blossoms don't do him as much good as they do me. I'm going to go ahead and play defensively at this exact moment. There is no Uke currently in play, so we're going to give him a Gremlin and hope that he doesn't get the Outcast. Alright, Cetra's Trial. Everything that's a hero becomes cheaper. If someone can get 8 runes, they basically win the game because the Transform of Cetra's Trial is the most broken thing they have ever put into an Ascension game. Gain honor equal to the total honor of all heroes and constructs in the center row. Play it even 1 time, the average value is 11.7 points per play. That's stupidly high. Good news for me, though, is I can pick up that Whirlwind. He's going to infest me a little bit here. And he might infest me more. He did. If I had had the opportunity to kill the Nom, by the way, I would have sent it to the Void rather than to my opponent. As it is, the Whirlwind will be a good way to potentially get rid of dead cards with the discard effect. So I very much so want it right now. Now hopefully that 1 or 2 dead cards, actually I'd like both those dead cards to come in my next 3 draws. Chances are I don't get either of them. I'm a little too early in this deck. But if I get enough buying power, I might be able to pick up the Grand Arbiter. Okay, well there's a dead card, and now I can choose to get rid of one of these others. The max I'm going to be able to purchase with is 4, so Grand Arbiter Todd is not happening. The Spire definitely does me nothing in the short term. Whereas the Piercing Eye, I might be able to kill something here. Now between Kiri and only having 1 Keen-Eyed Aspirant or getting the Oblivion Blossoms, it's a little bit tougher of a decision. I really like Kiri. It just fits my playstyle. Lifebound, direct points, draw, cycle, banish most of your deck. Those are all things that I'm very, very happy to do. It's why I like Gift of the Elements so much. The Empower lets you really build the deck you want to have. So I'm going to build the deck I want to have. Who got that other Wild Bark? Was that me? I did. Okay. Would he just pick up Oblivion? It was a really big risk. I'm not actually sure that... I'm going to question GP right here. Giving me a second Wild Bark so that if I can get them both in play, I get 4 extra points for each monster I kill. That's just stupidly powerful. This stuff's not going to do me any good but Occultist. I'm now very committed to getting monster kills. Even though he has instant kill, there are several really big ones on the table. I'm still hopeful to get the Grand Arbiter before he does. It's going to help me banish my deck, get rid of some of these dead monsters and whatnot. All good things. Also, since he did take the Oblivion Blossoms, he certainly wouldn't say no to some more banish. Now here goes probably his Nom, maybe an Apprentice, and wait to give me the Nom. Yeah, he got rid of the Nom tribe. I don't blame him. Well, the more I look at this, if I pick up the Earthmender, it'll help me potentially get rid of the Bam tribe as well. It'll help me unite Kiri, and I think I want to win by Cetra's Trial. So I am going to actually take Earthmender, not get my Banish, not pick up my extra Water Elemental, but now GP has a tough choice. Does he take my Thicket and my Temple of Heroes, or is he going to let me just have all the constructs that give me direct points, dot, end of story? If I do get all the constructs that give me direct points, end of story, for every monster kill and every time I play a Lifebound or a monster, that's just going to be utterly sickening. He's probably not happy to see the Hearthglow come out unless he's got 4. I'd rather have it than Temple of Heroes. It's 2 when you play it, potentially 5 when I play it with the Meadow Witch, and it's going to give me another Empower. Alright, here's an interesting choice for me. Which things do I discard? Because I'm probably going to get an Empower here. I have 5 to spend if I keep all of my buying power. It's enough for either Todd or the Click. I really want the Click right now. And I don't need 5 to buy the Click. So I'm going to get rid of the Useless Militia. And I'm going to get rid of one of the Apprentices. I'm just going to play all for everything else. And I'm going to get rid of this Bam Tribe Gremlin. My Lifebound deck is really coming together. The amount of honor in the pool is depleting faster than I'd like it to, with it not going my way. I have a lot of potential to just spam honor, but his Templar thing that he got in that first round, Thunder Templar, is completely destroying me. He actually did a really nice thing with the Shadow Elemental too. I don't know if you noticed it. To banish it and pick up another Bramble to get rid of his dead card in 5 points. It was well worth the Empower on that. But it's GP. What do you expect? Weak plays? Not really. I'm surprised he played that early and didn't try to empower something from his hand. He's going to get rid of something in his discard because he wants the extra draw instead. Guess I'm not too surprised. He's fishing. So he bought Water Elemental last turn, I believe. Yeah, he bought Water Elemental last turn, so it was in his discard pile. He's fishing. Is it going to be Todd? There are 2 Temples of Heroes, so it's unlikely he can stop me from getting both of them. The thing is, he doesn't know what my hand looks like, and my hand looks terrible for buying Temples of Heroes. I want them. I want them very badly. And now I'm going to have a tough choice. Do I commit to my Cetrus Trial buy? Never mind. Easy choice. Flourish. Never mind. He's taking that away too. I'll just shut up until I see what the center row actually becomes when it's my turn. That's really all that matters. And the Yoop Tribe's going to save me, because not only do I get to pick it up, give him some dead cards, which do work well with his Todd, but it'll let me get 4 extra points and draw a card. And then that'll give me enough to buy a Temple of Heroes, which is going to massively accelerate my Honor Rush. I thought about buying the Mystic even with the Temple of Heroes out, but 3 points and 2 whenever I play it and he's trying to infest me, yeah, that's the way to go. If I had taken the Mystic, I knew the Earthmender was in my last hand, and I'd be able to have another bigger chance, etc. I think I only have 1 heavy infantry? Yeah. And I'd already put it into the discard pile in that last hand, so the chance of it coming back up was low. Starting my hand with 5 buying power and 2 more draw cards. Not enough to get Cetra this time, but it would have easily been enough with any of my draws, like a Hearth Glow or anything like that. Or Whirlwind Cycle for what I'm looking for. If I were him, I'd take the Whirlwind and get rid of the Temple. He should get rid of that Temple of Heroes and make me cry a little bit about that. Apparently he doesn't want to mess with Prime Directive, and which other one did he just get rid of? The Ur? I'm surprised he got rid of Ur. But now he's forced to buy the Temple of Heroes. He can't let me have effects like that. It's just too much life bound. He's picking up his extra points. The Elemental Projector fits his deck perfectly because he's already got the processing hub that'll set off the Elemental Projector and put him 1 Mechana away from having 3 buying every turn. Well, no brainer for me. Pick up the second Temple. Stack a little more power into my deck. Kind of a boring turn, but I have a very, very life-bound deck coming together. If I can pull off the combinations in the right hand, I'll be good. I have 8 cards left, and in those cards, I have a draw if I set off the Unite, so only if I get them together, which is the main goal, and a draw 3. If that Whirlwind is in my top 5 cards, or if Meadow Witch is in my top 5 and Whirlwind's in my top 6, I'm going to be able to set off the Hearthglow Meadow Witch combo. If I get all 3 of them, I'll be mildly annoyed, because then I'm going to draw 3 cards, a 4th card, and a 5th card on top of the 5 I started with, and then all of them will hit my discard. My 3 best cards will not be in my next round of play. That'll be relatively annoying. The good news is, though, there is also a Temple of Heroes in there, and it's guaranteed to go off. There's no way I don't draw the Temple of Heroes with at least 1 Lifebound Construct or Lifebound Hero in that turn. He was forced to get rid of an Apprentice in his hand, so I guess he didn't have the monster. That's good. No free monster destruction. He got rid of it from his own discard rather than wait for the extra draw on Todd, which is fine. An extra draw versus banishing something good, it nets the same position. And you don't have the chance of drawing them separate. This Keen-Eyed Aspirant is perfect for me out here. Nope, it goes away. I can't have perfect buys, thanks GP, but you did let me have both oh, hey, look, it's back. And it's gone again. Well, rip my hopes and dreams. Bye-bye Water Elemental for 1. You're going to get banished for some extra draws. Well, how many constructs was that? 1, 2, 3 constructs? 4. 4 constructs. So basically my next turn is doing nothing. I have the 2 for the uke and 4 for the spire. I could take the water elemental instead, but I don't have much reliable banish. Leaving it for him though, he does have reliable banish. He's already got some of them, but the temple, the insight spire will just set off too many combos with his processing hub, which he can now buy another of, and there's nothing I can do about it. But since I did get an apprentice from that hand I was talking about that's coming now in the next turn, I am almost all but guaranteed the bottom 2 cards have to be... In fact, there's no way I don't set off the combo in the next turn or the turn after. I will get my full combo for the Lifebound. I will also be drawing into the next set though, and I'll be shuffling these cards in. And these cards together have a little less synergy than what I'm about to play. All my synergy cards will be in the discard. I don't feel good about my chances just because that synergy is going to hit so slow. I have to be able to buy Cetra's Trial and get the cycle that way. I'm hoping I just get the 2 Lifebounds together so I can play. Never mind. Cetra's Trial's gone. My hopes for that are also dashed. Now it's all about power. I just have to power spam and get the Wild Barks to go crazy, and that's my only hope because this honor pool is going to be gone. I'm going to drain it fast. He's draining it fast. He's got a slim deck now, and the deck challenge is all but over. All that's left is the crying. At least I didn't lose any constructs because he, put them back into my hand. Round over. So exciting. Yay. And I do not have Curie in this hand, so there's no way for me to buy too much that's great. I can get this Patient Assassin at least. Let me make sure I know what the other card coming is. What else have I not seen? Knew my temple was coming. It's another nice thing. Oh, I have another militia coming. Alright, well, that's easy then. I play the Hearthglow and the Apprentice. I pick up the Patient Assassin if it's still there. Then I play the Whirlwind Ascetic, draw a militia, Curie, and something else. Discard both militia probably, depending upon what the something else is. Because I have to have Curie left, and there will be nothing left in my hand except for the Temple of Hero. I will wait to play the Temple of Heroes just in case the other card is more worth it to me. I'm pretty sure that's what my hand's going to look like. Play the Hearthglow, play the Patient Assassin, pick up some more power. Draw 3 cards, and then I have to discard 2 cards. And I made the right choice. Where was my other militia? I thought I looked through that whole thing, and it says I have 2 militia, but I didn't see it in my discard. Actually, I'm looking at the stream that's a minute behind me, and I'm waiting to see if I just overlooked that militia being in there. And I did not. I have a militia unaccounted for in my deck. Interesting. The deck thing says that there's 2 militia. I had 1 in my hand and the other was not in my discard pile. Something weird has happened. But anyway, this is definitely worth me getting rid of the militia and the temple. I'm still going to get my 5 points from Curie, ending the game. The Spire does me very little good. And now I have to decide, do I want the Deluge Elemental for free, or do I want the Tribe Gremlin for free? He's not going to draw into it very easily. And the Deluge Elemental, do I have anything worth banishing? The Iron Elemental. Okay. What did I draw? So I drew more buying power. I was hoping to get some killing power. That way I could at least kill some kind of monster for the big bonuses. Let's get rid of the Bramble, it's the highest ratio here. Let's get rid of the Uke Tribe for the Deluge Elemental. And then the other good news is, when I get rid of this Iron Elemental from in my deck, it's going to give me the extra 2 buying power I need for the Blast Goggles. Everything else is a moot point to get rid of. I don't have anything else that really benefits from being gone. I do like that they have fastened that up. Why did my Piercing Eye just trigger? Oh, I killed a Deluge Elemental, that's why. Okay, I did get my construct set off. I am not completely and utterly crazy. Just mostly. Hello Blast Goggles, hello Earthmender. Get the Shadow out of there just in case he could do some combo off it. And see how the game turned out. It wasn't a bad final turn. I picked up 2 points from the Hearthglow, 5 points from the Kiri. I picked up 4 points from the Wild Barks. Got to pick up another 5 points by buying the Blast Goggles, a 6 with the Shadow. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, plus whatever the Deluge itself was worth, which I think is 6. So I picked up 23 points on that last turn. That's as good of a big burst as I can pull out. I do tend to be a player that puts a big burst into the very end of the game, but I was expecting to come out of this game with a big burst in the Honor itself by playing a primarily Lifebound deck. They're 5 for 2, 5 for 2 aren't great. The 4 for 3s are actually good value. I ended up with 3 good Mechana constructs, but look at his. He's got 3 just slightly smaller ones. And he's got a Conduit Monk. Venom Priestess is worth 3. His brother Elias is worth how many? 4. What else has he got in there? Another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he's got... Well, I need to see what he does with this turn. But I think he's got me by about 12 points. And that's as much as I'm going to be able to put into this. If for some reason I do win this on a miracle, which the Uke into the Uke Outcast, absolutely a miracle given that my militia is gone. Where did it go? There's a militia still in here. Or no, I banished the one militia that last turn with the Deluge. The other one no longer shows up in my list. I'm pretty positive I didn't banish it. Yeah, I'm going to rewatch this video and try to figure out what happened to that militia, but I think the game ate my militia. Normally I wouldn't be upset, but I was super surprised by my draws, and it did change a little bit of what I did. At least I kept the Temple of Heroes in my hand preemptively, just in case that third card I didn't know about was something special that changed, like wanting to be able to kill a non-tribe to set off 4 points from Wild Bark and another draw. That would have been worth losing with 2 points on the Temple of Heroes, which I ended up doing. But for the Uke combo instead. And then in comments I see people talking about if the Arbiter would have been a better pickup. Ultimately, because of how much his Thunder Templar rushed the game, the Honor from the Hearthglow, being able to set it off with the Kiri, it does kind of look like the Arbiter did better work for him than it did for me. He got to banish water elementals in his hand that he played. He got to banish all of his starters and just have a really thin, efficient deck, exactly like I wanted to do. Brother Elias and Grand Arbiter together are just super, super powerful. And his turn just kept going, so I didn't update my estimate of 12. It was pretty clear I was going to lose in that last round. But good games, GP. That puts you up 3-1 in the final, even though I got you 3-2 in the first of the finals. I had been defeated once and dropped to loser's bracket. So once I won back up into this top bracket, we had to play 2 final sets if I win, which of course I got the first one, but not the last one that matters. That is my forever second in these big tournaments mentality. Just forever second for Turtler. I don't know why. I feel like I play it well. Some of the drops didn't go my way. The Thunder Templar, that was a very disappointing thing to have show up right when it did, given how much he was sure to have. If he'd had his 3-2 split in the other order, I'd have won that game hands down, no problem. Wouldn't have even been a competition. But as it is, I'm going to stop the recording so I don't just ramble forever and upload this. Thanks for watching.